Welcome. Today we're going to practice a few different mindfulness tools for stress reduction and relaxation. So I want to invite you to just get really nice and comfortable wherever you're seated, sitting up nice and tall. And we're going to begin today's session with something called self-havening. In this practice, we are going to send signals to the brain that calm the nervous system and help us to let go of stress, help us to relax. So there's 3 different ways we're going to do this today. The first way is starting at the head. So take your fingers to the top center of your forehead. And we're going to slowly slide our fingers down the sides of our face. And when we get to the bottom of the face, let go and start again. So I want to invite you to take your time. You can close your eyes. We're just going to do this for a few rounds. And if you want to take this practice a step further, you can start to incorporate some positive affirmations as you do this. You're thinking some supportive, loving thoughts to yourself, like, I am a being of love. I am loved and loving. I respect myself. I make wise, healthy decisions. I trust myself. I'm grateful for another day. I'm grateful to be who I am. And now we're going to move this practice to the shoulders. So I invite you to cross your arms over your chest, opposite hand to opposite shoulder. And this time we're sliding our hands down the arms till we get to the bottom of the elbow. And then we'll lift and begin again. And I invite you to just be curious here. Notice if this practice is starting to help calm and soothe. So this is a self-soothing practice. Really great practice to help relax, or even if you're experiencing any anxiety, this can be a powerful tool to use. And I invite you to really stay present. Notice the mind. See if you can keep guiding yourself back to the present moment, to what you're doing, to the body, to the breath, or to some positive affirmations in your mind. See if you can let go of the day before this, or what you have to do after this, and keep guiding yourself back to right here, right now. I'm present, I'm practicing mindfulness, I'm one with myself. I'm right here, right now. I'm soothing and calming, showing myself care, showing myself grace. I'm deserving of my care, my attention, my love. And do one more round of the arms, taking your time. And now we're going to shift to our final self-havening practice at the hands. So here we're going to take our hand to the bottom of the opposite palm and sliding the fingers up to the fingertips and then switching from the bottom of the palm to the fingertips. And this is something that you can just do in your lap. You can close your eyes again if you'd like, really taking your time. Noticing the sensations of your hands, allowing yourself to stay present. When you're ready, allow yourself to just rest in stillness, maybe resting the hands in the lap. And just starting to notice the natural flow of breath, allowing yourself to rest in stillness. Listening to that flow of breath. Noticing the belly rise and fall with each inhale, each exhale. All of our focus, all of our attention with the breath in the present moment. Always being easy with ourselves, noticing if the mind wanders and gently guiding ourselves back to the breath. Now we're going to do something called a box breath method. So if you haven't done this before, in this practice, you can visualize a box if you want, or you can draw one out on your leg if you want. But the idea of this practice is we're going to be breathing and holding for counts of 4. So if you envision drawing a box, we're going to be inhaling for 4. We're going to hold for 4. We're going to exhale for 4. And we're going to hold for 4. And that's one round of a box breath. So if you're drawing a box, we're inhaling up for 4, holding across for 4, exhaling down for 4, holding across for 4. So you can visualize the box, you can draw it, or you can just count, whatever you prefer. But we'll do this practice for a few rounds. This is also a very soothing stress reduction practice. We'll begin whenever you're ready, taking your time. Whenever you're ready, I want to invite you to come back to that natural flow of breath. Just breathing at your normal pace, taking your time. Now we're going to do another breathwork practice where we're just going to inhale at a normal pace and consciously let our exhale be longer and slower than the inhale. So if you want, you can count. If you want to count 4 inhale and maybe exhale for 8 or 9, you can do that if you'd like, or you can just let the breath be consciously longer and slower on the exhale. So this also triggers that parasympathetic nervous system and helps us to relax and reduce stress. So we'll begin at your own pace, taking your time, inhaling, and then a longer, slower exhale. Whenever you're ready, coming back to that natural breath, allowing yourself to just breathe normally, noticing the rise and fall of the belly with each breath. Next, we're going to do a mindfulness on sound practice. So we've been giving a lot of our attention to the breath. This time, we're going to practice keeping our attention with the sounds that we hear. So seeing if we can keep our mind focused on music or any sounds that you might hear in the space that you're in. And noticing if your mind wanders off, thinking about the past or thinking about what you have to do, being gentle with yourself, guiding yourself back to the present moment, back to the sounds, back to what we're doing, mindfulness on sound. So I invite you to go ahead and begin our mindfulness on sound practice, just listening to the sounds that you hear. As you continue to keep your awareness with the sounds that you hear, I want to invite you to also notice if any area of the body feels tight or tense, and see if you can soften any of these areas. Really letting go of any tension in the body, holding on to nothing, loosening our grip, softening, letting the eyes and the face be soft, letting the shoulders, the back, the hands and arms be soft, allowing the belly and the hips to be soft, the legs, the knees, the ankles and toes, soft and relaxed. Really being gentle and easy with yourself. Always guiding the mind back to the present moment. Right here, right now. Nowhere to be, nothing to do. Just being with ourselves as we are, with love, acceptance, loving presence. I'm going to invite you now to start to wiggle your fingers and toes just to bring a little movement into the body. I'm lifting the arms up to the sky, taking a nice big stretch. Reaching over to one side. Reaching over to the other side. Coming back to center, letting the hands rest in the lap. We're just going to do a little seated cat-cow. So I invite you to make sure there's a little space between your back and the back of your chair. And we're just going to inhale, lifting the chest to the sky, head back, shoulders back, the back is arched. And as we exhale, chin to chest, curved spine. So really exaggerated movement here, bringing some movement into the spine. Inhaling up. Exhaling, curved spine, chin to chest. Continue for a few rounds at your own pace. When you're ready, come back to center. And I invite you to slowly flutter your eyes open if they were closed. And we're going to continue with a little more gentle movement. We're going to do some tapping just to gently wake up the body. So with nice loose hands, I invite you to gently start to tap your head, waking up the head, and the back of the head, and the sides of the head, gently over the forehead, really gently on the sides of the face, and under the eyes, really gently on the face, under the nose, above the lip, and under the chin. I'm going to move down the neck, gently tapping the neck, the front of the neck, the back of the neck. And now we're going to move on to the arms. So for the arms, I want to invite you to make a really nice loose fist. We're going to go down the outside of the arm and up the inside of the arm. Down the outside of the arm, up the inside. And go ahead and switch arms when you're ready. For the chest, we're just going to cross our hands over our chest, loose hands, tapping on the chest. And with the belly, nice loose fist again, or you can have open hands and slap on the belly, whatever you prefer. For the back, loose fist, and get the back. Nice deep breaths, waking up the body. And lastly, for the legs, we're going to continue with the loose fist, and we're going to go outside the legs down and up the inside of the legs, just like we did with the arms. Down the outside of the legs, up the inside of the legs. And last round. Beautiful. We can shake out the hands, shake out the body a little bit. And for our final movement practice, we're going to just give our spine a little more love. We're going to wring out the spine by doing a little twist. So we're just going to look over our right shoulder. You can hold on to the chair or have your hand at the base of your spine and twist that way. We're going to go ahead and twist, tall posture, looking over the right shoulder. Other side. Other side, one more time. And last time, other side. Great. So we just have a few more minutes left. I wanted to close with a little bit of journaling, just some reflective journaling, little mindfulness journaling. So I've got 4 quick questions for us. So if you have something to write down these questions and journal with, I encourage you to grab that. So the first question is, what am I looking forward to today? What am I looking forward to today? Our next question is, what will I do? Thanks. And feel free to share if you want. Um, our next question is, what will I do if I feel anxious, stressed, or worried today? What will I do if I feel anxious, stressed, or worried today? Next question is, what's something positive that happened today? What is something positive that happened today? And then for our final journal prompt, what am I grateful for today? And I encourage you to write as many things as you can for our last minute. What am I grateful for today? The tapping definitely made me feel better. This seems very positive. This is my first one. I'm so glad that you are here. Thank you, Jessica. Yeah, the tapping is a really nice way to wake up the body, especially after doing something so relaxing. We want to have that energy for the rest of our day. So I love to do a little tapping when I need to wake up. It's really nice to do in the morning, and it's great to do at night too before bed. Yeah, and usually I do it standing up, but my space is a little small right now, so just doing a sitting one. But definitely encourage you to keep that one up. It feels really good. And there's all these scientific reasons why it's good for the body mind as well. So I encourage you to check that out, look into it more. Um, cool. So hopefully we have a few things written down for what we're grateful for today. I'll just give one more few more seconds to finish writing that. And want to encourage us to maybe share one thing we're grateful for before we go. Um, so for me, I'm feeling really grateful for loved ones lately. I'm just grateful for my family and friends. How about you, Jessica? Got any gratitudes? Health and family. Love it. Well, thank you so much for joining. And this is every single week. We do 12 to 12:30 and then 1 to 1:30. And we will be posting recordings of everything too. So I hope to see you again, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much. Take care.